It's time for Chase, race number 4 of the season, race 21 out of 25. We are back live on URD TV. It's going to be me and Adam in the booth for tonight's race. What's going on, Adam?
Well, the Weisbecker qualified second again.
Not the Weisbecker.
Yeah, well, he said he had a bad car, and there he is up front.
Yep, sure is. Love the sim. Love the sim. You lead the points, just 5 races left in the season. Our entire top 6 is separated only by 13 points with 5 races to go. Gonna be a crazy one tonight here at Chicagoland. This is a place that we like to go to twice in the season because it is crazy for us, specifically the night race like we are tonight. Winds are high, track temps are cool. It's gonna be a fast and fun night of racing. And with that, we're gonna go ahead and hit the starting lineup of the race. Starting the race in row number 1, Western Auto Racing puts it on pole with Zach McAdoo. The number 12 will be starting off in P1, starting alongside the number 41 of Andrew Weisbecker.
Row 2, we'll see Austin Fullerton in the Target Toyota next to Alan Bledsoe in the Discount Chevy.
Starting the race from row 3, we have Arthur Xavier in the Bombardier number 87, starts next to the iFly Zero of Justin Franklin.
Rolling off on row 4, we got John Cittadino in the 72 UAW Chevrolet starting next to Dylan Touchton, the Performance Plus Ford.
Back in the throwback scheme, looking nice. Travis Dawson with Ford Color starting in P9 tonight, starts next to the owner of the race team, that's Brett Pritchard, P10.
Row 6 sees Thomas Jones starting next to his teammate Brad Hughes, the TBD lockout in row number 6.
Row number 7 shows Eugene Hawk in the Bernardo Sport number 88, starts alongside Kenny Mambura in the Bosch 91.
Row 8 is going to see Demon Deacon Jones of the Napa Auto Care Toyota starting next to Brandon Crass in the DHL Chevy.
Starting the race from row 9, Adam Douglas starts P17, that's your points leader, starts next to the Monster Energy number 5 of Dakota Cottle.
Row 10, Big 10, we got Makoto Kino in the Spire Chevrolet starting next to Greg Graziano in the GoPro Chevrolet.
Row 11, P21 for MDR, Justin Osborne starts alongside David Walsh for Walsh Enterprises.
That's last week's winner. Row number 12 is going to have Dylan Young and Aaron Douglas starting side by side, teammates out of Western Auto Racing.
Why is Mike Garnett there?
Oh, because it thinks it's number 301. It's all right. We'll fix it after the race.
Oh. Oh, I know what
Is Space Car
happened.
coming in right now? Space
No,
Car coming in?
no
No,
it's
Space
not.
Car's not coming in. All right. I know what happened. You
I do
left
too.
97 as your number.
Yep, sure did, because I wasn't on the Ford. I picked the Toyota. Ryan
Row
Vargas starts in
13.
row 13, next alongside Joshua Lockhart.
Josh Lockhart's my pick to win tonight. We got Connor Meir and Don Jones in row number 14. Two chasers.
And then we're going to have Rowdy Hemming in the P29 spot, starting next to Daniel Quinones.
And row number 16 is going to have Nick Fountain for Supreme Motorsports, starting next to the two Freightliner Ford, Ryan DeLusso.
Elias Nassar is going to start next to Joseph Anesto in P34 tonight. Keep an eye on Anesto, fast car in practice.
Row 18 is going to have Jay Langelier for Reckless Racing, starting next to Rob McPherson.
For 19, you're going to have Sean Angel York and Caitlin Muir in the Aaron's Dream Machine.
Row 2-0 is going to see Brandon Walter rolling off 39th next to Sammy Cobb.
Starting the race, row 21, Rob Kreider in the Double Nickel 9 Motorsports 38 starts next to Timmy Weathers in the 55.
And all the way back in the caboose of the field, we have Big Austin Yoakum for iReal Motorsports, the RTR Ford Mustang.
Going to take this one more time around before the cars will hit the green flag here. Andrew Weisbecker's new sponsor, Spectrum. Nice paint scheme on that number 41 machine. Car looks great on track.
I think that the best looking one right now is that bright blue number 8 car. There's
Yeah,
quite a bit
the
of blue field right now, though, but I think that bright 8 car, you can't miss it.
it does look nice.
Dylan Touchton, every time he seems to run this Kyle Busch Delphi throwback livery, has a good run. They ran it all through practice through the week, and they were fast the entire time. And so they're expecting to have a good night tonight. They feel really good. The last time they threw this paint scheme on, they led laps, and they felt like they needed the change. They wanted to go back to it, not only just to honor Kyle Busch, but for the good luck charm that they feel that this livery brings them.
Just need a quick reminder too. Any of the cars you see with that white banner on their windshields, those are drivers contending for the chase. Pace car is going to be coming down this time. And then we'll be
Waits till
getting
the
ready.
last second.
Oh, yeah. Black man controls the start of the race. There it is. Green flag is out. Weisbecker with a good jump.
We saw in practice that on the restarts in the race, you really want to be in second. But in this opening start, the sitter actually has a little bit of an advantage, as Weisbecker's going to try to use the outside in 3 and 4 to get the advantage on Zach McAdoo. McAdoo wants to lead a lap as soon as possible.
Gonna go to Weisbecker though. 3 wide. Able to settle it down.
Those 2 cars out front, Bledsoe and Weisbecker, they were really strong all through.
A little bit of contact.
You gotta watch out for the 5 and the 27. But the 24 and the 41 were strong through practice. They think that they got a good car tonight, and I think both of those teams. Well, the 41 car, they weren't the most confident coming into this, but through practice, they had some pretty good runs. Seymour 3 wide. Butterbeer's trying to roll the bottom, but he's not going to have much.
Car in the wall, multiple of them.
That's going to be a big miss right there. It looks like both of them get to keep going, so we're going to avoid a caution early, but certainly that 19 is going to come to pit road.
I am surprised we don't have tires down on either of these cars. Those were some pretty hard hits into the retaining wall.
Yeah, we're going to see the 79 and 19 come to pit road early. It's better for them just to come down early in the race. I mean, they're going to be a little bit behind, but there's going to be plenty of opportunities for them to get back up, because we expect this to be rather ridiculous. Race Weisbecker's back to the lead up front. They're almost 3 wide for the lead.
They are 3 wide for the lead, actually.
Franklin's trying to use the middle, and this 0 car really strong all week through the package testing that FARCA was conducting. The 0 car, even when the 41 and the 24 were hooked up, the 0 seemed to have better pace. Looks like that's going to translate into the actual race tonight, as that 0 car's got a lot of speed early.
Seen Aaron try to utilize the outside lane here, 3 wide there with Dakota Cottle. A little bit of a wiggle loose.
Yeah, so the 79 car and the 19 have both come down pit road now after their contact with the outside wall. They're only going to be about a lap or 2 down. It wasn't that bad.
It was just some minor repairs done. They pulled the fender out and put some more fuel in the 19 car, and they're currently doing the same thing. Work being done to the 79 car on pit road. Right now it's 2 tires and feeling a little bit of fender repair as well. They're back out racing again.
You can see this 8 car is going to try to pull the 81 of Austin Fullerton through. The Fords, at least the 8 and the 7, they both had a good week down here in Joliet, Illinois. Yeah, now that we're at the race, it looks like that they too are going to have the trending performance. John Citadino's worked his way into the top 10, about to get into the top 5. It's good to to see Zach McAdoo is hanging around the top 5. Now that team's this is obviously not been the season that they've been looking for. They're buried so deep in points, but they're just trying to find a week or two where they can get positive momentum over that 12 team to at least try to vie for the seat.
Caution's out. Caution's out.
On the racetrack.
Nick Fountain has crashed. And I believe Sammy Cobb is also involved with this thing, as well as Brandon Walter. Some heavy damage done to this race car. You see him limping here on the bottom.
We're going to see a lot of cars with some damage now from this. This is probably going to be chain reaction off the back straightaway, and cars couldn't get stopped in time.
Looks like that is going to be the incident here. We got 3 wide as what we are currently sitting here with. Let's see if we can get this rewound a little bit here. Looks like actually it was contact with Ryan DeLusso and then Nick Fountain is what caused this thing to happen. So here's the contact. Ryan just kind of four-wheel slid into the 39 of Nick Fountain, and that caused him to have an incident further back. There's where the 77 and the 99 get involved. Hard hit there for the 39 machine. Comes to a complete stop. Second incident in the night. First caution, though.
Well, this is a good time for strategy. So we're getting closer to 10 laps in the race. You want to come and get feeling tires.
We need to wave around 2 of our competitors. That would be the Dylan Young and the 19.
Dylan Young should be getting the lucky dog.
Right, so we just need to wave around the 79. These are the drivers that were involved in the first incident. Good job to their crew members. It looks like they've done a good job of repairing their cars. I don't see a lot of damage to these machines.
It was relatively easy contact with the outside wall. It wasn't that bad.
The 19s was a bit harder. I think there is still damage to Dylan's car. No, it looks like they did a good job. As soon as they cross here, he should be getting his wave around. If not, we will manually give it to him.
Yeah, you have to give it to him. Maybe he was involved in the caution.
Maybe so. We're gonna delay this restart. That way we can assure our cars getting waved around are able to do so. Looks like they've actually fixed that glitch though, finally. How about this top 5 though? Very unusual names to really have up here besides the 81.
Yeah, we're going to see that on used tires, that outside lane is going to get a much better restart. So we're going to see something out of McAdoo and Travis Dawson if they can work together.
Keep in mind that we are 10 laps into this race out of the 110. The only drivers that have pitted so far in this entire race are those that were involved in the incidents. We now have the drivers from the initial crash back on the lead lap. That is Dylan Young and Justin Osborne. The 2 lead changes so far. And 4 of our first 12 laps have been spent under caution. Time to get back underway.
So Andrew Weisberger just couldn't quite make the bottom there. Lost a couple spots. As Dawson's fighting as hard as he can to keep the zero car at bay. Just Franklin might have some pretty good pace today as he fights Dawson for the top spot. Two Monster Energy cars are going at it. Car's really backing up here. Still have the 27 or the 24 maybe. Gonna get off the corner.
Citadino just set the fastest lap of the race, 30.71. And it's got the draft of the two cars that are side by side for the race lead right now.
Yeah, that rookie Austin Fullerton is right now he's going to have the point lead. As things run, this is probably not going to be how it ends, but that car has had some pretty strong races throughout the year. Hasn't made it to victory lane. He's the only MDR car not to do that. But certainly that 81 car, they're pretty confident today that could change. They'll turn the sponsorship on the car corporation for Caitlin Meir taking that spot back over. John Citadino's looking for second now.
In a brief moment of 4 wide, they quickly settled that back out. The rest of the field seems to be pretty good.
Looking out the back of Justin Franklin, he's going to start to open up his lead if he can on Nick or Austin Fullerton and Brad Hughes.
Richard doing a good job of splitting the center here with a lot of these drivers.
Yeah, the Fords have got a little bit of pace today.
This could be a recipe for disaster.
Oh yeah, it can, but I think they'll be able to sort it out.
That they do. Oh, may have spoke too soon. That's Austin Fullerton. That crash.
It's probably contact with John Citadino. That's rough.
It was indeed.
Yeah, Citadino got loose on entry, and then looks like that took the air off the 81 spoiler. You can see him sliding right there, the 72 car. Then the 81 slides. And they just come together right here.
Just him straight to the outside retaining wall. That's the chase driver. Major chase implications for the number 81. Tire, right front tire goes down on impact. Tanks him down the
Hopefully nobody
order.
comes and runs into him.
Got close there, a little bit of bumper tag. It looks like everyone was able to avoid him. That's good to see. But that's pretty much going to be the end of the race for Austin Fullerton. That's currently the driver sitting third, just 8 points out of the championship lead. That's going to significantly hurt him with 5 races left. Looks like rounds of pit stops have happened. Justin Franklin, though, stayed out. I don't think that was the call. We are only 20 laps in, though. Majority of drivers taking 2 tires. A lot of them going long on fuel. Brad Hughes is the lone driver, apart from him and David Walsh, who opted for 4 tire pit stops.
Justin Franklin's likely going to pit when we go back to racing. He might have just made a mistake.
I think that is a mistake. In theory, he still has another 20 laps before he needs to pit, but that's already halfway through a run on these tires. I don't think that's the call.
Yeah, they might have just not been able to get down. They'll, they're gonna pit. They'll be all right.
Green flag's back out in the air. Second restart of the night. Stay relatively clean.
Dakota's really trying to crowd the 72 car to get the lead away.
Yeah, I
from
think there was actually contact here. Both of these Monster Energy cars bullying their way on the inside line. We go on board with Brett Pritchard. 2-time FARCA champion. Getting held up here by Dakota now.
Dakota didn't have a good 1 and 2. Justin Franklin, even on used tires, is still trying to get back to the lead.
We wide right behind him.
That's Kenny Bombera all the way on the outside of the 91 car, the Bosch Toyota. That's for Western Auto Racing. It's good to see Kenny up here. It'd be great to see them have a good run put together.
Big bunch up of cars. A little bit of contact there with Graziano, but they stay clean. Graziano returns the favor with the crowd on the outside. Justin Franklin able to take the lead back.
Yeah, Franklin's going to get something going right here. That's going to stack him up behind, though.
He shut the door on Cittadino there pretty hard. Aaron switches to the bottom, going 3 wide here with the 41 and the 46. Trying to get that 97 car to look forward, actually making it work really well in that inside lane.
Yeah, as long as nobody blocks that move in the third lane, he's going to get some good momentum because everyone's fighting pretty hard on the top 2 lanes.
3 wide, multiple lanes back. Contact there with the 15 and the 41. We stay out of the wall. We stay green. Bombera is able to move up to P2 now. The Western Auto cars, as this night is progressing, seem to be coming alive.
Bombera's going to try to make the same move that he saw Franklin do and try to shut the door on the 72 on the outside of the corner.
It might work. It just might work. Cittadino, though, has got really good momentum. Side drafting into the first corner. A little bit of a step out there for the 91. It's going to hurt the momentum. Oh, and the contact there. And here comes the 0 down to pit road. This will be a scheduled pit stop. He's hoping that there's going to be a crash here with his 3 wide while he is already on pit road.
If we somehow manage to get a run, which is not going to happen, but we've got to run a green flag pit stop, so he would be in a pretty good position as long as he pitted.
I agree with that, actually.
Oh man, the 24 to the 69 almost got together.
They sure did. Through the Monster Energy cars side by side right now, Pritchard and DK. Franklin coming back out onto the racetrack right now. Cittadino leads with Bombera not too far behind. Car in the wall, Rob Kreider. That's going to be a caution. That is going to be a caution. Racing here with Brandon Walter, Jaylan Jalir, Justin Osborne, who was involved in the first wreck earlier in the race, and the 7-8 there of Rob McPherson. Makes contact here with Brandon Walter. And it sends the number 38 car out of California straight into that outside wall. Makes more contact there with Trenton. It back into the wall again. That's going to be heavy hit to the suspension there. That might be the end of Rob Kreider's day entirely then. That car absolutely on the ground. That's unfortunate there for the 38 team. They've had a very up and down year. That takes us to caution number 3 of the night. We'll see who ends up bringing it down. We got the 72 of Cittadino by himself. relinquishes the race lead to Kenny Bombera, brings the Team Motorsports car down to pit road. And that is 2 tires and fuel. Top 5 is as follows: Kenny Bombera, Greg Graziano, Arthur Xavier, Travis Dawson, and then Alan Bledsoe. Rest of your top 10 is Dylan Touchton, Brett Pritchard, Dakota Cottle, Aaron Douglas, and then Zach McAdoo. I think what we saw here is maybe the Citadino likes the trajectory of what Franklin is set up for. So the team jumped over, swapped strategies. I think that's a good call. We'll see how that works out for him.
I think we got 2 Douglas Motorsports cars that are going to be pretty aggressive here on this restart of 2787. Arthur Xavier and Greg Graziano are going to work against this 91 car to try to take the lead from him. See, they're going to try to split him here through 3 and 4. Both these cars are aggressive. Xavier and Graziano pulled this move in one of the test races this week. They're going to try to work it out again. See, Graziano's going to take the lead away. This 24 car's trying to push Bombera through. Such a battle. Looks like Bombera is really trying to just bully his way back out of the front. He doesn't want to let DMS cars get out front together.
Graziano's doing a really good job with that side drafting and is able to clear heading into turns 1 and 2. How about that for Graziano? And there goes the teammate in the second as well.
Yeah, that's just going to be... This is going to work out pretty well for DMS right here to have these 2 cars work together.
Oh, big contact there with the defending champion, and they stay together without crashing.
It had potential to be a big one right there.
Great save there by the defending champion. And now look what we got. Got Bombera trying to open up a gap here for his teammate. 91 looking back to the inside here. Dawson trying to bring a Ford up into this mix.
DMS teammates getting really close to each other.
They're both aggressive
The last thing that
drivers.
you want to do. Oh yes, they are. The last thing you want to do though is have a crash between teammates.
A whole mess of 3 wide back here. How about Travis Dawson? Able to split him. Leads a lap. Oh, car in the wall, it's DK Cottle. And the 81.
Oh,
Sorry,
West
41.
Quicker. That's gonna be a big wreck.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's gonna be a big one.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 cars to the wall at once that blocked the track. It really did. One of them was gonna come back across the racetrack and cause a massive crash.
That's half the field.
Yeah.
That's half the field gone.
Oh, they'll be back. It'll be all right. Everything's gonna be fine. They're gonna get to work on their cars. You're gonna see this happen with the 41 and the 5.
Yeah, trying to
See,
find.
they blocked the track at this point. It's right there. It's the 5.
Oh
You want
yeah.
the 5.
Yeah, it is going to be unfortunately the best camera angle. There's the massive stack up. Just nowhere for
That's
anyone else to
unironically
go.
gonna help the 92 in points a lot by barreling through the 99 right there. Because
Did the 19 escape damage?
no, he was involved in it. He's got damage in the right front.
Barely though. We're gonna go on board with the 19. This is at full speed.
He's trying to only pay for what he needs right here.
Oh, Vargas. Good lord. And Krasta. Riding on board with Brandon Krasta's machine. Moved it a bit and goes, hey, this thing still goes.
Gotta wave the 0.
Yeah, we do.
If he's not in the lucky dog position. Is he in the lucky dog?
I'm going to waive him regardless. Because him being back there, I think it's still going to count as him being involved in that.
Oh yeah, alright, yeah. So we'll have to. And then everyone else.
Actually, I think he is already waived. He may be on the lead lap right now. No, he's not. Yeah, no, he's not. I'll wave him around. Get to this.
Gotta do the 81 as well once he passes the 81.
Go on. Cool.
Alright, then the 79.
790 is one too?
Yeah.
No. No, he doesn't.
Oh, so it's the 77 if he's on the track.
Correct.
And that should be it of the cars that are on the track.
believe so. I think Nassar needs one as well as Rob. No, they're multiple laps down. Not concerned about it, and they're coming down pit road anyways.
The Motor Cup Speed Series is starting on the wet tires in New Hampshire, by the way.
Interesting.
It's really wet and it's still raining. Christopher Bell is still the only driver to win on the whites. Christopher Bell has won in every alternate tire Goodyear has offered. He's won on the reds, he's won on the dirts, and he's won on the wets.
All right, here we go. Green flag's back out in the air, almost halfway into this one.
Travis Dawson isn't going to waste any time. There's no way that Ryan Vargas is on the track right now, let alone in 10th.
Apparently, well, a lot of cars pitted. Vargas didn't pit after the crash. Yeah, that car's still damaged. They just said we ball.
Oh, this 27 car had a really bad corner. It's going to stack everyone up.
Contact there with Caitlin in the Dream Machine. Saw the sparks come off the car with the quarter panel of the 28. Xavier goes straight to the lead here now. Contact
Really
with Tom Jones.
She wants to show the field what dreams are made of in that 25 car.
Tom Jones made contact there with the number 1 of Don Jones.
No relation between the Joneses.
Rewind there with teammates there for Aaron and Zach McAdoo. McAdoo was your pole sitter.
Oh, this is for second.
Big battle, big jumble here, racing very hard for second place right now. Once again, on board with Brett Pritchard.
The 77 has spun on pace for laps, by the way.
77 what?
77 spun on pace laps.
Oh.
And now he's driving backwards. He's going to pits.
The 70 who?
77, the host of our
Oh.
on pace laps.
Interesting. Wonder what broke?
The talent.
Sure.
The 69 got really loose in the middle of the corner right there.
I was ready
Just
for a
split
crash to
between 2
happen
and
there, but they
3.
managed to keep it together. This might not be good, though.
Oh, they're crowded the 12. Got a couple cars coming on the pit road. That's Greg Graziano, and one other car I didn't see who it was. Arthur
Two of
Xavier.
the DMS cars have opted to pit. Leaves Dawson out there with the half-second lead. Bledsoe's catching up with the draft. So is Vargas, who was just involved with that big wreck. Didn't pit, had all 4 wheels off the ground, and now, with cars continuing to pit, leads the race. In a matter of just 10 laps, goes from being involved in the crash, being in the air, and now leading the race. Only in FARCA. Big block there from Caitlin to Makoto Kino.
Caitlin's coming to the pit road.
So as many others. A lot of Fords coming in this time. A lot of Chevys being the ones to stay out. Top 4 is all Chevrolets right now. A caution here would change this race a lot.
Oh, we don't want to think about that right now.
I think we're going to have to think about that. We have a huge block. Trenton has crashed. The number 78 car is around. Where is the McPherson machine?
We might have made it back to pit road, though.
We're going to see. I believe he ran out of fuel. This is going to be a stop towards the end. He'll bring it down to the bottom. So that is going to be a staying green. He was able to clear that car in a safe location. Heartbreak there for Trenton. Meanwhile, the DMS cars seem to be doing well. Leader of the cars that have pitted under green so far is Travis Dawson, sitting in the 21st spot, with the rest of the cars behind that are all on that setup. Then there's this big group of cars that have stayed out. Differing strategies definitely going on. Vargas leads over Makoto Kino by 1.5 seconds. Don Jones gets around Makoto Kino for the second spot. Contact there with Aaron. He's going to be able to save it. Yes. That is the second or third time tonight we've seen some significant contact there with the number 97 machine. And he has managed to somehow keep that thing pointed in the right direction.
That car's so loose everywhere. He's twitching.
It's twitching. The nose is all bent inwards from contact with other cars. Brent coming back out onto the racetrack.
Travis Dawson's trying to do anything he can to get some time on the alternate strategy cars. Trying to use the bottom here.
We're gonna have 4 wide. We're gonna go 4 wide. Aaron backs out of it. Good move there by Connor Meir. A bit of contact there. Oh, and the 7 bails out of that to go down pit road. Vargas continues to pull away. 3-second lead now over this pack. Oh, big contact there with the 5. Caution is out. Caution is out for the 5th time tonight. Wow, Dakota hit really hard there. That car just snapped on him.
Yeah, he ran into the terrorist right here, the 71.
Terrorist. Actually, Dakota got loose. And into the wash of the 71. Hit so hard. Left side of that car came off the ground. That's going to be the end of the night for Dakota Cottle. That's unfortunate to see. Chase driver, another chase driver out of this race. Vargas is going to bring his machine down after leading, as well as Don Jones and some of the other Chevrolets.
Dave Walsh is going to stay out to prevent people from waving around, as he does.
This race causing a lot of differences for the chase.
Connor Mears right where he wants to be, though.
A lot of cars are about to get waved around here. A lot of cars from the single lap down mark. Ray Graziano, Adam Douglas, Caitlin Muir, Alan Bledsoe, Kenny Bombera, Brett Pritchard, Austin Fullerton, and Sammy Cobb will all get a wave around. This will put 27 cars onto the lead lap. All right, mark my words, I was wrong. DK is not out of this race. They have put this car back together, and he'll be coming out for more.
Hey, he wants to hit the wall again. He said he didn't do it hard enough. There's more. They can get a little more thrust towards it again.
All right, here we go. Green flag's back out in the air. Lap 68 out of 110. Two cars owned by the Conor Mir Toyota camp lead us away. Connor's going to try and get the race lead here off of turn number 2. Let's see if he can do it. Little help from behind of the 75.
The 56 car, David Walsh, is last race winner at Nashville Super Speedway. Toyota wants to go back-to-back. That'd be his third win of the season if he could do it. Only other driver 3 wins on the year is Deacon Jones, who is back in the 6th position, the Napa 15 car.
Connor currently sits 8th in the championship points run. I don't see the 92 or any of the other cars close. And Aaron once again making contact with another driver, puts Makoto Kino into the outside wall.
Deserved.
Deserved.
I am not biased at all. No lies were spoken on this date.
We're 3 wide behind him.
Aaron just wanted to tell her that his number with the 7 in it is better. Will we see Aaron back at the 21 next year?
I like the 97.
Oh.
I've had good success in the 97.
I cry. Oh my goodness. That's Brandon Crasta, whose laps down had flipped, trying to put the 15 in the wall. I am frozen. I am back.
Welcome back.
The 15 is trying to find any way around the 99 and the 56. The 99 Brandon Walter has also been involved in accidents today.
Ooh. Adam almost
had to
made
bail out of
contact
that
there. Oh, Walter with the 75 trailing on his quarter panel.
I'm telling you, the 75 is going to win this race. We picked before the race that the 75 car is going to be the strongest one in the field. If he gets to the lead, it's going to be setting sail on that McDonald's Chevy. Won the setup race earlier this week, the last of the test races.
We got an accident. We got
Oh,
a big accident towards the back. Cars upside down. Parts all over the front straightaway.
We're arguing. All right, we can get going. So the 44 of Elias Nassar seems to have had a terrible accident. What in the world?
There it is.
Oh, no, Graziano.
Tag the
Graziano has a
25.
history.
That saved the 25 though, but the brunt of that impact went to Nassar. Then everyone stacked up behind.
Oh, man. The 72 car, John Cittadina, led laps earlier, and now his race is going to be halted with a flip. You don't want to see anything like that. Wanted the 72 to have a strong race, and now we're in a bit of a holding pattern. So Conor Mir leads. He's 8th in points. He is 17 back from the 92. So he's going to, as we sit right now, he's going to gain a little bit of ground on the 92. But now the 15, who is 2nd in points, is probably going to have the point lead right now. And then let's see. So Conor's only going to gain about 3 on as he comes down to pit right now. So that removes all of that. Anyway, Austin Fullerton, the 81, just got involved in another accident. Fullerton was 3rd in points, and so that's going to drop him down the order. Dakota Cotto, who was 4th, was also going to drop down. Nick Fountain's had a rough race in the 39. So we're going to see a good climb for Brad Hughes and Conor Mir and Brandon Walter. Brandon Walter had the point lead briefly before we went to Nashville Super Speedway. Had a rough race in Nashville. Dropped him down to 9th in points.
He was the surprise at the chase start, a driver that barely made it in, but then had the immediate fire off into the chase. So that just shows what you can do in this point system. So we'll see what Walter can do.
And remember, Brandon failed to qualify a race early this year at Michigan, so the 99 doesn't have the most speed, but certainly a surprising pace to begin the chase. So we're about to reach the halfway point in it.
Do I see it? No, I was about to get
It's a spec
excited.
map. What?
Yeah, I thought it was a donut for a second, and I was about to get real excited.
No, it's the spec map that should have gotten deleted that wasn't deleted.
Let's see, that isn't
The,
here.
the 15 and the 7 both need their spec maps to go away. But then you have to hold control and press R after you delete the 2 spec
Yeah.
maps.
There we go.
Oh, who's who? We're never gonna know.
Ooh. The white car is passing the white car.
Primer is down the inside.
Primer. Oh, good lord.
Scott Primer has passed Broad Primer. They'll load eventually.
Brendan Primer is ahead of Joshua Primer.
Nice.
Yeah, everyone but the race leader load.
Aaron Douglas sits 10th. Let's ask him. Aaron, how's the car?
Car's doing good. Just need to keep my head down and get these idiots can stay out of my way and off my quarter panel. Maybe we can bring this thing home in the top 5.
All right, Aaron, we're going back racing. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Adam. Hey, Adam. Green flag's back out here. I thought Walter was about to take the 75 out heading into turn number 1. That would have been insane.
The 75 is going to side draft him and take the lead, and it's going to be Gonzo's. You're going to see just how strong the 75 car is. Nobody in the series had led more laps than Joshua Lockhart, and he's going to add to his total today.
A feel-good
40 laps to
story
go.
here today would be Lockhart able to get this race win, missed the chase because of the such topsy-turvy and inability for this car to be brought home in the lead. But if the trend continues to how it's been the rest of the season, this just spells disaster for the 75 team.
If Quinzo doesn't take him out of Bristol, he's a 2-time winner in the season.
Ryan DeLusso has gone around and crashed.
Where? The 78 again? Oh no, it's
Ooh.
Brad! The tire guy on tire guy.
We're going to stay green on that.
They chose Island.
They did. At the back of the pack, we'll just say they got that off the racetrack. Brandon Crasser brings it down.
If Walsh is able to get some kind of draft off the 75 to challenge him for the lead, we did see Deacon Jones go back-to-back to win 2 races in a row. It'd be cool if Davey could do that, but they're coming to pit road this time. Total port. They don't like the 55 car there. The 55 car's got some damage, some crash damage. So here they come. All these cars are going to be bringing it down pit road, along with our leader that's going to turn it over to Ryan Vargas. This is going to be their last pit stop of the day. This might be the worst time to do it, though, to be honest. But
Well, not if they can get waiver rounds for this. However, more Chevys continue to battle. How about a driver that was involved in the first caution of the night, Dylan Young, now battling for second?
I'm more interested in that Delphi car there, Joseph Anesto. It's been a rough season for Joe. Would love to see him get a great finish here. He can keep it on the racetrack and not have to pit for fuel.
A lot of these cars have no choice. They're going to have to all come down. I will say when Vargas is able to get out front like this, he's pretty untouchable. If they can get that car cycled around correctly, that's going to be a hard car to beat.
Zach McAdoo, after this, all of the chaos of the race, is able to make it back to the top 5.
And Western Auto Racing has recovered with all but Kenny Bambura.
Kenny had crash damage.
Kenny's back in 37th. Three wide behind. Ooh, almost contact with all 3 of the Western Auto cars there.
Justin Franklin's up here with fresh tires as Zach McAdoo is going to try to go to the inside of Alan Bledsoe. These two are good friends. Pace is kind of slowed up front. The rest of the field is starting to reel them in.
Bledsoe's going to be coming down pit road soon in about 10 laps. Everyone else is going to have to as well. Caitlin should be coming down any lap now as well. I think. Oh, caution is out. Caitlin Mirror. Caitlin Mirror crashed. That is going to change everything for this race.
Off the 27.
Yep, there it is. The contact with Graziano. Right in front of her teammate.
The first practice race that I did, Graziano and I got together.
Oh, yeah?
I was so mad. I was so mad. I was like, of course, of all people.
All right, we're going to let pit stops do their thing, and then cars will get waved around that are 1 lap down. Leaders all coming in. That is completely to be expected here.
But you won't have to wave anybody around because all the leaders pitted. It'll do it for you.
What? Wait, what?
The natural wave arounds are everybody that is in front of the leaders but behind the pace car. All the leaders pitted, so you're going to get natural wave arounds.
I think I only have Lucky Dog on.
Why don't you have wave arounds checked? You should always have them checked.
Because there's tracks where that's absolutely broken.
We'll see here in a second when they come around. Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
I'm going to verify everything's correct and good.
It's sending them around.
Good.
Big bumpy brain.
Good. All right. Late race predictions.
The 75 car.
75 car. The feel good story. You know what? I'm going to go for the teammate. Joseph Ernesto.
They're not teammates though.
Well, adjacent teammates. It's a satellite team.
One's at the Binotto Sport, the other one is at Team.
I'm going for the team owner of the team crew of the team satellite facility. The teammate.
They named it Binotto because they're like, oh, we're gonna bin it.
All right, here we go. Chevy's lead us away. Vargas, Bledsoe. 21 laps to go. All pit stops should be completed. It is now a shootout to get to the end of this race. Will we see another caution? Or will it be a hard-fought battle to the end? Or will a driver run away?
The 62 car needs to be more aggressive than this.
I agree with that. We'll see what ends up happening with him. It's going to get a little bit of a squeeze there from the 19 car. Joseph's not going to like that. Now it is Chevrolet with the 77 of Sammy Cobb now in the mix of this. Sammy Cobb's got the most positions gained of 36. That car started P40 tonight and is up here in the top 5. The Speedco 77 having a great run. Teammate Makoto Kino in P11. How crazy has this race been? 7 caution laps for nearly a quarter of the entire race. 21 lead changes. And we're about to get another here with Ernesto looking for the lead.
He's going to have to block the 28 car to chooses not to.
Seeing a lot of the chasers making their way up to the front now with the end of this race. Little bit of a backup there. Big block there from Don Jones all the way down to the bottom lane of the racetrack to cover off the 79 machine.
Yeah, Don Jones is kind of buried in the point standings right now. Had a rough start to the chase. He is a winner this year. I don't know if he won the first Chicagoland race. I don't know if he did.
Who did win the first Chicagoland race? We are out of decking.
It was Demon Deacon Jones.
Demon Deacon. And the pole sitter was Ernesto.
Ernesto.
This is Ernesto's home race.
It sure is. He's from the Chicagoland area, somewhere around there. He doesn't even know.
He doesn't need to know.
Back up to
Manhattan.
P3, chasing down the Sammy Cobb.
Manhattan, Illinois.
Sammy Cobb's looking for the race lead, wants to get an access to their annual win before he goes back into mediocrity. There's a car on the wall in the back. Or is that just the wall? It might be the wall. It was the wall. It was the wall color.
Wall in the wall in the wall.
It was just the wall. Wide Spectre going 3 wide with Eugene Hawk. And Andrew McPherson.
Kodokino, they're trying to make a move for this. Big stack up here.
That's the one parts.
There's an issue with the one
One car's,
car.
yeah, they just got like wall damage or something.
You see that damage to the right front. Don Jones had gotten into the wall. Brings that car down onto pit road. Back up at the front. 3-car battle for this race lead. Nexus has both of their cars currently in the top 5 with Kino sitting in the 4th spot.
Dylan Young's going to try to make a beeline for this one. On the bottom, not quite there for him.
2 Chevys versus a Toyota. Reckless Racing, Nexus Racing, and Western Auto Racing all trying to get something done here.
Oh, Dylan Young's so close to Sammy Cobb there, 3 and 4.
Oh, they get so close to each other.
The last thing they want to do is cause an accident.
I think Cobb's gonna finally break away here.
So Alan Bledsoe is going to try to hold off Sammy Cobb, who's going to try to get some draft off of him. See Zach McAdoo up here in 5th, trying to pull the rest of the field up to the front.
Gonna take quite a bit for this. Remember, we do not have any overtime in this series. Next flag will end the race once we get to 5 to go. And right now it is looking like an Alan Bledsoe lead. However, that is taken off a tenth about every lap right now with the way that Sammy Cobb is driving. However, last time by, they were dead even on their lap times. Both drivers put out a 31.57. These 2 Chevys running as hard as they possibly can. Makoto Kino now trying to work on Dylan Young's race machine while they got the pack forming up behind him. On board with Makoto Kino.
Trying to find a way around Dylan Young. Wants to have Nexus be back-to-back on the standings.
When's the last time we saw Nexus both of their machines racing like this? It's been a long time.
Well, they've only had 2 cars this year. Makoto almost got put in the wall by Connor Meir. Justin Franklin's trying to maximize his finish here in that Grip Factory 0 car.
I'm now looking to the outside of Makoto Kino. He's got a lot of respect for the Japanese driver, but then has an issue himself, and he's going to lose some positions here to McAdoo and others. Something must have happened to Sammy Cobb as well, because he's starting to fall off towards the back of this pack. And what was a 6/10 lead is now 1.4 to Alan Bledsoe. And we are now in the range. Next flag will end this race. Makoto doing all she can to hold on to this Nexus double top 5. I don't think that's going to end up happening for her. Tries to work the side draft. And clears him back up to fourth.
Oh,
But
they're going
has to
down pit
bring
road.
it down pit road. What? So does Justin Osborne.
They didn't have enough fuel.
Apparently not. What does that mean for the rest of our drivers?
We don't have a burn bar.
I wish we did. Craston might have to pit.
There's a Red Bull burn
14th
bar.
on back. Might have to pit. I think our leaders are good, though.
24 is really loose to 3 and 4 that time.
He's still running quickly, though. 2 to go now for Alan Bledsoe. Justin Franklin has to bring it down pit road. White flag last time around, Chicagoland Speedway for 2026 in the FARCA season. Once we complete this lap, only 4 races will remain for the chase. Be interesting to see where our chase drivers will stack up. We don't even have a chase driver until we get back to Connor Meir, who will be coming down in 6th, it looks like, tonight. Followed by Joseph Ernesto and a bunch of others. Aaron making a late race charge here, get some positions. But out of 4 for the final time, Bledsoe. How about that?
For Reckless Racing. Reckless, which I think had gone winless to this point, is much needed break for them. They're going to want to get a lot of things turned around here as we approach the off season. They know they need to make some major changes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this Bledsoe's first win since he last drove the discount tire machine and won at Atlanta?
Probably since he drove for Revolutions Per Motorsport with discount tire sponsorship.
Last time Bledsoe won a race was 2022. And that race was Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway back in July of 22. So it has been over 4 years for Bledsoe. That was back when we were racing the cars that are now in the Pro Series as our main cars. It has been that long since Bledsoe has come to victory lane. What a good race, though.
That was a great race.
I've been debating, talking with everybody about making this track be our championship and end the rotation.
Either this or Kansas.
Kansas is another fantastic race for us, as is Nashville as well. We got a few, but this is just an absolute, always wonderful contender.
We're going to Martindale next week.
Martindale's that's gonna be interesting.
It's Martindale, then Talladega. Oh, we got a track dryer out of fuel.
Track dryer.
West Virginia sign on the windscreen. That's why we ran out of fuel. Remember, you need to change your number back to 97. You need to
Yeah,
change the control card to 98.
98. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. There we go. You do Martinsville, Talladega, Charlotte, and then Atlanta.
Why would
Gonna
you
be
introduce rain tires if you're not
crazy.
going to use them? Go racing. You market that these are the 36 greatest drivers in the world. Go racing.
That'd be too easy.